What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Average Guys Gourmet. I'm Tony Rican, and today I'm doing another complete dinner for you guys. This time I'm doing a crispy cod with a summer squash. This thing is awesome. So let's just go ahead and get started and jump right into this one. For this recipe, I'm making some quinoa as a side. Now I'm cooking that on the stovetop right now. I've got some boiling water. You go ahead and put it in, let it go for 15 or 20 minutes, and then we can go ahead and work on everything else. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping up all my produce. I'm gonna start with my squash. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the ends off. Then I'm gonna cut it in half. Then I'm gonna cut thin strips. Next, I'm going to go ahead and prep my garlic. And then last, I'm going to go ahead and chunk up my almonds. Now I'm going to go ahead and marinate my squash. For the marinade, I'm going to take my vinegar, my Dijon mustard, my garlic, and a couple tablespoons of olive oil, and whisk this all together. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my squash and put it in there and mix this up to make sure the squash is nice and covered. And then I'm going to go ahead and sit this aside for at least 10 minutes so it can soak in these flavors. Now I'm ready to start working with my cod. I've got my cod fillets right here that I've already pat dry. I'm going to go ahead and just salt and pepper both sides of them. I'm going to take those cod fillets, coat them in flour, drag them through my beaten egg, then go ahead and press them in my panko breadcrumbs. Now I'm ready to go ahead and cook up that cod. I've got a thin layer of oil heating up in my pan here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the cod in. I'm going to let it cook for about 5 minutes until it's a golden brown on one side. Flip it over and let it go for about another 3 or so minutes to make sure it's cooked all the way through. So my quinoa is cooked, my cod is fried, and I'm ready for the last step. Now what I've got here is I have that squash that's been marinated. I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the marinade. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my arugula, my almonds, and my quinoa, and mix that all in that marinade for my side salad. So now our crispy cod and our summer squash is done. Just take a look at this. I took half that squash, put it on one plate, the other half on another, and I went ahead and put my salad right on top of the cod. This is a beautiful looking dinner, but you know me, I can't just look. I gotta go ahead and dig in and give this a taste. This is awesome. You guys will love it, so go ahead and give it a try, and we'll see you next time.